Hey guys!
Hello.
Hey. Welcome to Bring Your Own, a bookish podcast for romance readers. I'm Brandi.
I'm Kendra.
I'm Kayla.
And today we are going to be talking Rose and Thorn. So we asked you guys to call in and tell us your Rose and Thorn about an author that you actually really love, but your favorite thing about this author and something you wish that they just wouldn't do that maybe would make you love them even more. Because it's always fun to talk about things we absolutely love, but also it's kind of fun to talk about things that we don't like as well. So we are going to be talking Rose and Thorn today, but before we jump in, what are we reading? What are we drinking? Can I go first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I stayed up last night until 1 a.m. to finish Bad Words by Rhiannon Robinson. I really liked it. Like, I could not put it down. I read the last 80% in one sitting yesterday. Like, it was really good. It wasn't a 5-star read for me, but I really liked it. And I know exactly the things that didn't make it a 5-star for me. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But I really liked it as far as like a romance book goes, and I think it's like really unique as far as a romance book goes, which I think is really rare these days as far as the books I have been reading. So I think that's why it was like such an exciting read for me. I think the characters had so much depth. And I'm so sorry to be raving about a book that doesn't come out until October, you guys, but it was so good. And I hope that everybody picks it up so that we can talk about it. I think there was so much to discuss with this book, and that's why I love books where there's so much to talk about when you finish it. So I really liked it, and I'm really excited for other people to read it. I'm wondering if it's going to be divisive. Like, I can't tell, and I think that's also like part of the reason that I'm really excited for more people to read it, is because like, yeah, I don't know if people are going to love it or not, but I really
Is there cheating?
it. No. I just I wonder if some of the characters will be too unlikable, or if some of the concepts that are talked about are going to be like, people are going to be like, oh, she's being pretentious when talking about this. But I really enjoy the conversations. I could see some people thinking that the conversations are kind of pretentious because it's very literary heavy. It's a book about books, but it was, I don't know. I really enjoyed the way that it was handled, and it felt very fresh to me, which I think is especially rare for books about books, because it's about the back of the book it's about a critic and a novelist, and they confront each other. Like, she writes a horrible review of his novel, and he decides to confront her about it. So the book is kind of about like, is that appropriate? Like, whose place is it to talk bad about books and things like that? And it was really interesting, and I felt very uniquely done, and I really enjoyed it.
You know what's interesting about that book is that when the widgets came out for that book, a NetGalley widget, if you're not familiar with NetGalley, you can sign up for free and get ARCs for free. And that book, when widgets came out from the publisher, St. Martin's Press, it wasn't in the romance section. It was just in the fiction section.
Yeah.
And so it's I've seen people talk about that it's like a literary fiction with romance, that's not strictly a romance, and that's what kind of the cover gives too. It gives almost literary fiction, and I love the cover. I think it's so unique and interesting.
I honestly I could see it shelved in both, but I really hope it gets shelved in literary. Like, I think that would serve the book so much better, and I think that would serve the readership a lot better for the people who decide to pick it up. Because I think if strictly romance girlies pick it up, I think they're going to have some issues with the pacing of the book and how it goes and things like that. So I knew it was heavy literary when I picked it up, and that's what I was hoping for. So
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I am currently, you guys, I reread Caught Up and Play Along on audio after our Windy City.
I saw that on your story, Gra. I need to I think I'm going to save my reread for the summer, because like it hits.
So those are summery books, but oh my God, yeah, Play Along is so good. Play Along #1 always. Oh, that book is so good. It hits every single time on reread. And I can't decide what I'm going to read next. Either Lost and Found by Tara DeWitt or Phoebe Bergman's Gonna Lose It by Brick Averick. One of those two is going to be my next read. But what I'm drinking, I was sent these ASMR.
Velvet
and
Hammer.
If you're watching, from Velvet Hammer, look at that. Isn't that fun? It's like sparkly drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what color is your piss going to be in like 3 hours?
Wait, which flavor is that one? There's 3 different flavors.
Yeah, it's the dark cherry flavor, and it's like liquid IVs.
Yeah, electrolytes.
Yeah, they're electrolytes. So
dark cherry and it's purple.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's like red 24 in here.
Red dye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like, for those who aren't familiar, Velvet Hammer is a new brand that it's, okay, they reached out to me a year ago, actually, about a position at their company, like to work for them. But no, seriously. And I was like, what? When I heard Velvet Hammer, because the company hadn't like gone public yet or anything like that, I was like, this is a sexual. She said it's a wellness brand for readers. I thought it was sex toys, because when you hear Velvet Hammer, you think of like some of the terms that people make fun of, like SJM for. What was it? Velvet wrapped steel is the classic. Steel. Right. Anyway, so that's what I thought it was. Turns out it's not. It's drinks.
It's cute packaging.
They're very cool. Like it's really
guys.
cool. No, not paid for this. But they reached out to me about a position at the company, but I'm not LA based. They needed the person to be LA based. I was like, I don't live in LA. But anyway, they sent some stuff, and they have like a lemonade one, which is pink, the dark cherry, and I can't remember the other one. But yeah, they like look like sparkly drinks. Like it's meant to look
orange.
Okay, blood orange. It's meant to look like something that like you would think somebody in a fantasy book would drink. So they're kind of fun. Like
this was my first one that I made this morning. It was sparkly.
Sparkly. Yeah.
You picture people drinking like sparkly stuff in a fantasy book. I picture them drinking like
I don't know. Like wine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like wine or something like that.
Like the dirtiest
Port.
water imaginable. That's what I picture.
Taste test. Is it good?
Be honest, you're not getting paid. Give it a rating. 1 out of 10.
Like I can't tell. I think I used too much water. I did try the pink lemonade one the other day. I definitely liked that a lot more than this cherry one.
Okay.
That's the one I'm gonna have to try, because I don't love. You guys know I'm not a big cherry gal, but anyway.
Whoa.
I know.
That's crazy.
Okay, I just have my water. No sparkly water, no seltzer, no Velvet Hammer, just my Awala today. But what I'm reading right now, I'm reading a book by a man. Ew. Crazy. I think the last time I read a book by a man was when I read something like Nicholas Sparks when I was like 14 or 15.
I think the only book I've read by a man is like John Green.
I haven't even read John Green, so like I haven't. It's been a really long time since I read a book by a man, but I did start Project Hail Mary a couple days ago. No,
like a single one.
Shocking, right?
Kayla.
No. I know it's shocking. I know. I never read The Fault in Our Stars or anything like that. I know.
You would love his nonfiction.
Yeah.
I know. Everything is Tuberculosis. I've heard nothing but amazing things about that book.
And the Anthropocene
like
Reviewed
last year.
is like, I revisit short stories from that all the time.
Yeah. I know. Shame on me.
Well, now you have homework.
I know. I do have homework. But I did start Project Hail Mary a couple days ago. I wasn't going to, because I was like, whatever. But I'm not, in terms of reading, I'm not a huge science fiction girl. I'll watch science fiction TV shows any day of the week. But I don't know what reading about that. I'm not like super into it, but I was like, I'll just try it. And it is really good. I knew I wasn't going to finish before I saw the movie, because Jared and I saw the movie last night and loved it. But I'm like 2/3 in at the moment. So I know what happens, because obviously I watched the movie, but it's fine.
I know what happens because I saw the trailer.
Well, that's not obviously all of it. And I've seen people, because people complain about the spoilers, the quote unquote spoilers in the trailer. I personally actually don't think it's really. Now that I'm reading it, I'm like, I don't think that's out, because it happens so early. I don't know. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. But anyway, so that's what I'm reading. And then I just finished a book called Into the Blue, which I talked about last week that I was reading.
Yeah,
I also really liked that book. Yeah, it's by Emma Brody. It's like a 15-year love story, basically. And I want to compare it to one other book so bad that we have all read, but it's a huge spoiler. And I know that you both are like, what?
Magnolia Parks.
But it's a big spoiler, so I can't say it.
Say it and I'll bleep it.
You promise?
Yes.
It's a big spoiler.
Yeah.
Anyway, so sorry to leave you all in suspense on that, but I can't say. Hopefully that leaves you maybe a little bit intrigued to pick it up, because it comes out April 7th, so like very, very soon.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right around the corner.
I think like what I'm going to read next, I don't know. I was going to wait for the audio on this one, but I don't know when that's going to happen. I think I might try The Name Game by Beth O'Leary, since that also releases April 7th.
Yeah.
Very soon, which is
I'm
crazy.
pretty sure it's going to be our April book club pick according to our poll on the Patreon, which you guys should go join so you can read along with us.
Yeah, so then I probably should just start it, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is what I'm currently reading.
Okay, I am drinking. Okay, this morning, let me rewind. This morning, I've been testing out that Nespresso. I'm almost out of the variety pack they give you when you first buy it.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, the one I had this morning, I said, oh, you are not for me. I did just place my first Nespresso order. You get $10 off in the little box that they give you. Oh, I went hard.
Get?
I got the Doppio whatever.
Blanco.
Yeah, got that. Got like 2 or 3 sleeves of that. And then I got some I got like a vanilla lavender pod. And then I got something else that I'm forgetting. I can't wait. That dope whatever Blanco thing has me by its teeth.
Kendra, just so you know, they sell those on Amazon for cheaper than you could get them on the Nespresso.
Yeah, but I wanted the $10 off.
No, in the future. Just
yeah, okay. And then I want to do the 3 orders. Yeah, I want to do the 3 orders on Nespresso because I want those fucking coasters that's advertised in like the little pamphlet. So they do unfortunately have me by the neck right now. So I have so much coffee in me. It is my brain is like shot right now. Like, whoa. And then I have my Awala. So water for pretty much all day. I've been drinking so much like soda recently, and like a lot of soda for me is like having more than one a week. I've had like 3 sodas per week for the past like month because I would go to Swig, get a large Cupid's Crush, sub the Dr. Pepper for Pepsi Zero. They recognized me at Swig, the girl that does a drive-through. She was like, "Hey, no."
That's when you know it's a problem. You're like, "Oh, I gotta stop."
And then like she's recognized me now twice, and she's like, "Yeah, every time I see Cupid's Crush, Pepsi Zero." Yeah, so they will not be seeing me for the foreseeable future. So I went and I bought Pepsi Zero Cherry or whatever it is, and I keep it in the garage. So that way, it's
you
like,
have
I
to
have
make
to
an
like
effort.
It's intentional. Every time I want a soda, like I have to be wanting it on my knees because I've never been like a big soda girly like ever. So, me and this Awala, we're about to get real acquainted again. My dented Awala, I dropped it. I didn't realize that the lid wasn't all the way on, so I went to go pick it up like a few weeks ago.
I've done
made the loudest noise ever. Yeah. So she's dented, but she's still cute. And okay, reading. Yesterday, because I am the man of the house, had to go do yard work. So I went and I got my little it's like a little knife thing, and I was in my yard, headphones on, like pulling out all these weeds in my front lawn as I'm listening to fucking Jason Clary want to be together so bad, despite thinking right now that they are siblings. So I am re-listening. I haven't gotten to that quote yet, but right now it's like Jason's like, what's wrong? Like you wouldn't want. Anyways, if you want to hear more thoughts on that, our part 1 of Mortal Instruments recap will be going up like beginning of April. So stay tuned for that. So that was a very long-winded way for me to say that I am rereading City of Ashes. And it is so much cool stuff happens in this book that I'm like, oh yes. And then I think of that and I'm like, I can't. But again, we're going to dive deep into it on our Shadowhunters recap in April. The Infernal Devices one is already up, so you can go listen and watch that on the Patreon right now. And then I am reading our March book club pick, No Matter What by Kara Bastone. I read like 20% of it in like one sitting, which is like a lot for me to do these days, especially with my eyeballs. I usually get like 5 pages and I'm like, no. But then I'm like, oh my God, it's Kara. Of course, my brain's just like, yes. So the goal today, I have to be the man of the house again today. I have to actually cut the grass, which I hate. Oh, my bad. Kayla always hates when I say that. I have to mow the lawn. I have to cut the grass today. Ugh. So I'm gonna do that at night. So in between, I'm gonna try to get a lot into No Matter What by Kara Bastone. And then I was talking about this before we hopped on. Sorry, I want everyone to know my business. My dog is so goddamn expensive. He's at the vet right now getting his vaccinations. It's going to cost me like $300 just to make sure that he lives to see another year.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're so expensive.
They're so expensive. And what's crazy is that I know he's giving them hell. Like, he
Yeah.
hates, like, the vet. I'm so glad they were like, drop off. Yeah, drop off. I don't want to deal with it. Like, I am, like, waiting for, like, to go pick him up. And I just know it's going to be like, he can't come back here. But maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe I'll be surprised and he had a good time. But yeah, I just know he's going to be in that car, on the car ride back. He's going to be like, fuck you. Like, that's what I'm going to be getting. So
Yeah.
that's my day today. Send prayers to Julian. He's fine. He's just an asshole sometimes. So
Yeah. That
yeah.
Peach literally is the worst. She has like, yeah, at the vet,
Yeah.
she's evil.
Yeah.
I'm like, I promise she's good at home. They're like,
Yeah. Like, when we went to our friend Lomi's wedding, she got married a few weeks ago, and we were all talking about our pets, and I told, I forget who I was talking to, but I was like, Julian and I have a very Girl So Confusing by Charlie XCX and Lord
Yeah.
relationship. Like, I don't know if you like me. Sometimes I think you might hate me, because he'll just stare at me like he wants to fucking kill me. Love him. And then he shit in the house the other day. First time he's ever shit in this house. Ever. Oh my God, you guys. I had to throw him in jail, aka the kennel, and he stayed in there all day, and then he got bailed out on parole at the end of the night. But yeah, he pissed me off so bad. So he did that shit on purpose. So then obviously my payback is, oh yeah, you're gonna go get your shots. So anyways, I love him. Oh my God,
so confusing
my son.
sometimes.
Yeah, to be a girl and her boy dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my baby. Okay. Yeah.
I think this is the longest what are you reading, what are we drinking we've done in a minute. Just had a
They're
lot to share
fun.
today.
I love yapping, you guys. It's so much fun. It's the coffee.
It's the coffee.
Well,
it's the sparkly piss
It's-
water.
it's
It's a velvet hammer.
let's get into our Rose and Thorns. We're going to start with a call, and then we also each brought our own Rose and Thorn for a specific author. So we're going to start with a call, and then we'll switch back and forth. And we, again, like last time, we haven't listened to these. So
Yep.
these will be brand new to us. So let's see what we got for our first one.
Hi, ladies. This is Bryn, longtime listener, first-time caller. I just had to pop on and talk about my girl, Cassie Clare, the author of the Shadowhunters universe. Obviously, we all know I love her. I think she's one of the first fantasy authors that I had ever read who was creating such diverse characters and creating such a rich, diverse world where we get to see a lot of different kinds of people and animals and like creatures and such that all seem real. And I think that that's really special. But unfortunately, sometimes I know that she wrote some of the series like out of order and she did prequels and she wasn't really sure where it was going. But sometimes Miss Cassie Clare can't remember what happened, or sometimes she's just like writing things that I think seem out of pocket or seem kind of crazy in the scheme of her story. But again, I can't necessarily fault her because she's a genius. I love you girls so much, and we'll talk hopefully soon. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too,
Love
Bryn.
you, Bryn. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's focus in on her Rose. Cassandra Clare, diversity queen. Absolutely. I think, I mean, I'm not a huge fantasy reader. There's so many let's focus on white fantasy authors. White fantasy authors out there. But out of who I've read that are white, Cassandra's beating their asses when it comes to like really diverse and inclusive worlds. And just when I think that she's not going to do any more, she expands it even more. Guys, I know we're about to get a non-binary. I can feel it in my chest. I'm like, oh, we're about to get those they, them pronouns real soon because she's done everything else.
Literally. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And like in a way that doesn't feel like forced or disingenuous. Like she writes it so full of love and full of like care. And like I can tell she cares about these characters and what she's doing so much. Like it feels like so much from a place of love. Oh my gosh. And it makes us love these characters so much.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. I would die.
Yeah. And even reading like the first Mortal Instruments books, like her first work, like she was putting in a lot of work to make it like very diverse. And we had so many, like even rereading City of Ashes now, Maya's introduction, I was like, well, she tells you exactly who Maya is. Maya is a mixed race Black girl in the Shadowhunters universe, and just like how she described, I'm like, wow, like you had a lot of care and intention, and so it does mean a lot to me. Oh, love her. I can talk about Cassie all day. But the Thorn.
Yeah. She does retcon herself to the point where she writes a joke about it in like the most recent published series of hers, The Last Hours. There's like a whole joke about like how she retconned herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could not imagine how big things were gonna be when she started. And then she's like, oh shit, I gotta go back and fix something. So that's why, like, if you're new to the Shadowhunters universe, trust us. Come join us.
Yeah.
We will be your guides. Because if you try to go wade into the deep of like what's happening, you will find timelines and family trees that absolutely make no sense, and you can throw them out. But we're your girls. We got you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good one, Bryn. That's a good one.
Kayla, anything you want to add?
No. Oh, that's all. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Bryn.
Thanks, Bryn. Okay, so we're gonna give one of our own. Do you guys mind if I start?
Go for it.
With the Rose and Thorn. Okay. This was the very first one that came to my mind. It seems really obvious, but I was like, whatever. It's still true, right? So, okay. Mine is for Miss Abby Jimenez. If you listen to this podcast at all, you guys know how much we love the Part of Your World series, especially that's like some of our favorite romance books like ever. I would say that at least one of those books have made it into like our personal like god tier books like ever, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's Part of Your World. For Kendra, it's Part of Your World. For Brandi, it's probably yours truly, right? It'd be yours truly. Right. So we love that series. So that's her Rose. It's just the Part of Your World series as a whole, or specifically the love stories that she tells in those books with Alexis and Daniel. It was also like there's some magical elements of it that make it feel almost like a Disney movie. In yours truly, Jacob's, at the time, Jacob's anxiety representation was so unique to what was out there at the moment, and people really loved that. Just for the Summer explores different familial relationships that are really tough. So we love that about Miss Abby. The Thorn. And this was especially prevalent in the last book, but it is kind of prevalent in the other books. They're just easier to brush off, is her humor. That doesn't always land. Now, there are certain scenes in books, I'm thinking specifically of like, the raccoon scene in Just for the Summer. There are some things that are funny, but there are certain jokes or references that I don't think quite land, or they're dated references, if that makes sense. Also, her references to other book characters like Rhysand, specifically in Say You'll Remember Me.
I just had a full body chill.
That one was really bad because she referenced him like 3 or 4 times, like because she was trying to make the point that Xavier looks like Rhysand, who is not even real or even has like a nobody actually really fully knows what he even really looks like, to be honest. So that one was really tough to swallow. Like the first mention, I was like, okay, Abby, I'll forgive you, whatever. But then the second and then the third, and I was like, okay, we got to chill. We got to chill. But that's my Rose and Thorn with Abby.
Even the mention of like Chrissy Teigen in Life's Too Short, like
that didn't bother me.
What is she doing here?
That didn't bother me.
Nope. That bothered me.
Okay,
that tells you how much I love the book. If I love the book, I can let all that slide.
Well, I love that book too, but I was like, what is she doing here? I hate Chrissy Teigen. I hate her.
It's an interesting conversation.
The cameo was so easy though. I'm like, it made sense. Like the girl was already in like the lexicon of like YouTube, and that's something Chrissy Teigen would talk about.
Yeah, okay. But I think that's the hit or miss when you mention like celebrities and stuff like that. Is like if somebody like has one-sided beef with a celebrity like I do, that's going to be.
You have one-sided beef with Chrissy Teigen.
I used to be like a huge Twitter fan of hers, and then I just think like she's like when I was in middle school, I used to think she was so funny, and like then I just like she just icks me out.
Gotcha.
So then when she was mentioned in a book, I thought it's icked out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation about celebrity references in books and whether or not they fit. I'm not like opposed to them. It just entirely depends upon the context in which they're used. Like obviously Taylor Swift, like people reference Taylor Swift all the time now in
I hate
romance
it.
books, and I think we have to stop. Like there was a book I read last year. Was it last year? No, it was the year before. Where like the FMC was like a huge Taylor Swift fan and she talked about her all the time, and I was like, this is too
What book?
much. It was a Hannah Grace book. The one where she's
Daydream?
literally wearing the cardigan. Yeah, Daydream. That one. Like she's wearing the Taylor Swift like cardigan on the cover. I was like, okay. Cringe. That's enough.
Plus she didn't get
That's enough
sued
for
because
me.
Taylor hates, like, she wants that money. You're mentioning me. A cardigan
Yeah.
on the cover is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love you, Miss Abby.
Abby.
Oh, and her new book just came out, but it is better. So good news. Good news. Okay, next caller.
Hello, ladies. My name is Bree, and my username is @BreeUnabashedly. I hope this goes through. I got cut off the last time, so embarrassing. But I wanted to do the one rose and one thorn for an author that I love. And the author that I chose is author Jill Shalvis. She is one of the first romance authors that I really fell in love with when I started reading romance back in 2017. I started reading romance with like small town romances, and I really loved romantic comedies, so I discovered her. And the more that I have dug into her backlist and kept up with her new releases, while the rose is that she is hilarious, I love her banter, I love the found families that she creates. The thorn is that the more that I have kept up with her work and that I read her work, I've just noticed that her books have really started to feel the same. Every book is just kind of copy and paste. I can almost predict like exactly what is going to happen. And so she will always be one of my queens, and I will always love her. But I have found myself recently having to take a little bit of a break because it's just kind of a downer when you notice like one of your favorite authors is kind of, I don't know, getting away with just doing the same thing with each new book. Thank you for the opportunity to share this. Love you, ladies. Bye.
Love you, Bree. Yeah, I have noticed this with a lot of authors, and I've had the exact same experience, Bree, like with almost the exact same experience with a small town author that I loved. I like ran through their backlist, and because I was so into it, I like didn't really care. And that it was right when I got back into reading. So like everything felt fresh, everything felt exciting. And then as they were publishing new stuff, I was like, wait, this is the exact same thing. Wait.
Don't be shy. Who is it?
Don't be shy.
It was Daphne Perry.
Yeah, I knew it was Daphne Perry. I don't
like to admit it.
Listen, we were all there.
We were all there. Yeah.
The party's still going, but we are at home.
It was rare. I was there. I remember it. It was 2021. But yeah,
I loved Indigo Richmond. I remember loving that book so much.
Yeah, that book still exists. But yeah, that exact same experience of like a small town. But I'm gonna get a little cunty, but a lot of people in the small town realm, not everybody, there are some people who can do it really well. A lot of people in the small town realm get away with exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Laura Pavlov, Catherine Cowles,
Corinne Michaels.
Perry, Corinne Michaels. A lot of people are doing what we're talking about of just writing the same plot over and over and over with different characters in a slightly different setting with a different bad guy. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, it makes me think of the conversation we had with Stephanie Archer, and she's like, she's on her second series, about to go into her third in a little bit, but she's like, I keep writing like the same tropes. But I was thinking back to like her small town series that came out first that we love. Tropes are the same, sure, but like completely different worlds, completely different like approach to the tropes. And so I think if you're doing it like her, you can do that. Like you can recycle things.
I really admire the fact that she completely left small town. She wrote
Yeah.
small
Right.
town,
It's
and
totally
now she's
different setting.
in the
Yeah.
city. She's writing sports romance, and now she's about to leave the sports world. She said she's going to come back, but she's told us on our interview that she's leaving the sports for a little bit. She's writing something completely different.
Yeah.
And then, like,
that's how I
admire
think
that.
you get away with it. Like, you can recycle the same tropes. We know romances are always going to have the same outcome. Like, they're going to end up together or whatever. But it's like, if it's always small town, like, you know how many creeks and coves there, like,
have been created. Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
There's
And that
only
works
so
for
many
some
words
people.
that you can put
Yeah.
together.
Like, even
Yeah.
Lila Sage pivoting from like her small town romance to a different
Right.
small town, but making it supernatural, I thought was
Spooky,
yeah.
really, really smart. So
Mhm.
there are ways to do it, but yeah, when they just keep like rinse, repeat, recycle, it's like, all right, enough.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Especially when you're 50 books deep into a
Yeah.
into a
And
backlist.
each book comes out within like 6 months of each other.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I need every author to open up their phone. I want every small town romance author to open up their phone. And if I see ChatGPT on that phone, I think every author should do it. I would be proud to do it, but like you, and then go to the app store, and I better not see the little cloud with the
The little
arrow.
cloud icon.
I don't want to see it. Also, ladies, if you want to know if your man also likes men, go to his app store or the Google Play Store, type in Grinder, Jacked, and if the cloud is there with the arrow, you need to have a conversation. But anyways,
who wants to share their Rose and Thorn next?
I can go.
Okay.
So I was thinking about this, and there was like a couple that I was thinking of that were kind of low-hanging fruit for me and conversations we'd already had. So I wanted to challenge myself to pick somebody different. And I decided to go with Katie Robert. And I don't know if she's an author I would say I love, but she's definitely somebody I have a Rose and Thorn for. So I do find myself gravitating to Katie Robert books when I need something like less serious. And I don't mean that in like she's not a serious author way, because there are a lot of people who love her book, but like something that's spicy, something that's like a plot line that's not necessarily going to make me sob or something like that. So my rose for her is that she writes excellent spice. Like, I'm never ever going to feel that way. And for most of the time, I can like get through her books and not regret reading them. Like, I very rarely, I don't think I've ever DNF'd a Katie Robert book ever. Like, I've always finished her books. My thorn is that I think that I probably have read like 13 of her books now. I think that she has a really challenging time balancing plot and spice in the books where she's trying to do both. There are a lot of books where she's doing just spice and nailed it, crushed it, keep it up, queen. But in the books where she's trying to also do plot, like for example in the Neon God series, I forgot what that's called, that series, some of the books she did a really good job balancing the plot and the spice. But often I feel like we are either losing the plot to appease like romance development, and then the plot is just like thrust in at the end, or there's so much plot happening that we're just told that these characters are falling in love, and then we're seeing them fucking on page. And like the balance is like very rarely there. Her character arc eats every time though, so I will be back every single time. But I think that is my rose and thorn for her. And I'm like, she's a very successful author. I do really respect that. She just like posted a video that she was asked on her book tour, like, do you ever plan on writing less queer books essentially to like have more commercial success? And she was like, absolutely not. I really respect that and appreciate that. I respect her as a writer, but that is my rose and thorn for Katie Robert.
Fair.
Yeah.
She is talented, so talented. Your dad will do. We talked about this recently. Like, those books are famous.
I'm trying to remember. I've only read one Katie Robert book, and I don't remember what
was
it was
Neon
called.
Gods? I feel like everyone hopped on
It
that
wasn't Neon
train.
Gods. It was in that series, though, I think.
Was it Wicked Beauty?
Maybe. That might have been the right. Yeah, with the apple cover. Did it have the apple on the cover? Okay, it's
And
that
the
one.
throuple.
Yeah, that's the one I read.
Yeah.
It's the best one.
For
But that
no
one, I feel
reason.
I do feel like that one, like the first 3 in that book, I feel like were so successful with plot and spice. Like, and then after that, it was, pun intended, we lost the plot. She was trying to do so much with the world building. Like, I have very rarely finished a book and been like, oh my gosh, I wish this book was longer. But I finish a lot of Katie's books wishing that they were longer for both either the romance to be built out more or the plot to be built out more, and sometimes both. I got a comment on because I did like a worst favorite and least favorite book of each month at the end of last year, and I had 2 months where my least favorite book was a Katie Robert book, and somebody was like, why do you keep reading Katie Robert if you hate her? And I was like, I don't, but I DNF a lot of books, but I don't DNF Katie books because like I do like her as an author, but I do struggle with a lot of that stuff. But yeah,
I think Sierra Simone has a similar but maybe slightly different issue because I read the Lioness trilogy. I finished it. The last book came out last year. It was so long, but it was such a long book, but so much of it I felt like, even though there was still so much spice and like there didn't necessarily need to be any more spice than there was, it was quite bogged down, I think, by a lot of the intense plot that was happening. Like she always has like very religious undertones in her books anyway. So this one was no different. But I can't really spoil anything because it's the last book, but there was a lot of stuff going on with like the Catholic Church and a bunch of people killing each other. There was so much going on. It was really hard to follow.
Yeah.
And of course, amongst all that, everybody's having threesomes everywhere. But
Kayla's like sitting there remembering, like everyone's having
threesomes. There's so many threesomes.
So many.
But that book was entirely too long. But she's, again, similar to Katie, incredibly talented at the specific one of the specific things. Yes, very talented.
Yeah, and I think that like that is like a hard balance to strike when you're writing or when you are somebody who is writing extremely spicy books who also wants to write plot. So I'm not saying it's easy. I definitely don't think it's easy. And Katie has been successful with it. So I would just like to see more of it. I am going to read her like bonkers romance book that's coming out soon with the blue-haired bitch on the cover. So we'll see.
Yeah, my thorn for Katie Robert would be that sometimes she speaks before she acts. Like she's been on TikTok a lot back in the day being like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then like you would get really excited and then like she would be like, oh guys, my schedule's I spoke too soon my schedule. And I hate that because you guys, in the Your Dad Will Do series, there's 4 books I think currently. There's supposed to be a 5th one. Oh my god, it was literally, and this is what pisses me off. I don't know if she still does this, especially because like she's trad now, but she would like put up a cover, put up a pre-order link,
like
without
everything.
the book being written. So like she would talk to you about like the concept of it, but like it's not written. So we had one for the 5th book in like the Your Dad Will Do series, and I remember it was going to be about a runaway bride and her maid of honor and the husband. Are you kidding me? And those books are like all spice. Like the plot is kind of like whatever, right? Like you know what you're getting into. Where is it, Katie? It's been 4 years, 5 years.
That's crazy.
We still don't have it. And it like actually pisses me off. Like, so I don't keep up with her much online anymore. So I don't know if she still has that habit of being like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then like it doesn't.
I don't think she's allowed to anymore because
okay, good.
Schedule.
Like,
yeah, she's not really doing any indie releases anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Next caller. Let's see.
Hi guys, I'm Callie at Callie Rose Reads, and I love the pod so much. My favorite author is actually the reason I discovered the pod, and that author is none other than Miss Cara Bastone. Her interview about Promise Me Sunshine is the reason I found the pod. But yeah,
love that interview.
Actually, there's no writer like her. My favorite thing, or my rose, about Cara's writing is that she makes the mundane romantic, and her acts of service and moments the characters share together really feel achievable or like something your partner would actually do. And also, they also almost always show how well the other character was listening to the other. It's always a callback to something, which I love. Like, perhaps gifting a locket with your best friend's picture in it, or getting a specific haircut for someone. But yeah, there's so many moments and actions in Kara's writing that will be ingrained in my memory forever. And then my thorn is a cop-out because I don't actually have a thorn. But it's that almost every single book I've read of hers has put me in a reading slump, because if I read another romance after reading her romances, I end up comparing whatever I read to Kara's book, and then they just fall flat in comparison. So I always have to read a different genre book after reading Kara Stone. But yeah, that's my rose and thorn. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
You guys, I was nervous. I was like, oh, fuck, like, what am I going to have to say? Like, I didn't know what the thorn was going to be.
I'm about to
I was like,
defend
oh,
Kara.
fuck, I got, like, get behind me. She's always behind me. But it's like, oh, beautiful. I agree. I agree on all fronts.
Callie, what did you think of No Matter What? If you've read it, make sure to let us know. I would love to know.
Yeah, we want to know. Yeah, I agree. Obviously we all wax poetic about Kara Stone all the time on this podcast. We are in full agreement with you, Callie.
Yeah, and I love that our podcast has been a vehicle for a lot of people to get on the Kara Stone train. Not to like hype us up a little bit, but like maybe.
And I love that podcast brought Callie here. That episode brought Callie here. That makes me happy, because we love that episode with Kara so much. Like, that conversation was really special.
I love that Kara, like, to this day, you listen to her speak. Even if I like just if I didn't know she was an author, but I heard her speak somewhere, I would say she should be an author. It's just so much a part of like who she is and what she does. And I love her, you guys. Like, truly a writer of like my soul. And those are rare.
You know, when Harry Styles was like, I love this movie because it feels like
a movie.
I love this author because she
feels like an author. Like, she's just so writer girl coded. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah. Oh my God, I know she has a new Audible original coming out.
I know, and it's Emily Bader and Louis Pullman. I'm so excited.
I knew it was people we were excited about. Yeah, I forgot who, but I will be seated. That is who needs talk. Oh, love that.
And for those that don't know who Emily Bader and Louis Pullman is, Emily Bader, aka Poppy, Louis Pullman, aka Calvin, from Lessons in Chemistry. So
yeah, he kind of ugly, but whoa. Fuck! I lost my train of thought because I just remember what he looked like. But
he was so ugly. He made you.
Sorry. I don't think he's like so ugly. It's just like I think
Kayla,
you when you sent him originally, you were like, "Oh, he's so," like, and I was just like,
I went, "Oh."
It's not.
I remember
at all,
Calvin
like...
wasn't supposed to be cute. Calvin wasn't supposed to be an attractive person.
Oh, okay. Here's what I want to say. If anyone is more deserving of an actual adaptation, it is Kara Stone. Like, maybe not Promise Me Sunshine. Don't touch that one. I think that's actually the hardest one to do. But any of her other, like even her Audible originals, Ready or Not, you guys. You can go listen to our episode where I pitched like what Ready or Not could be like if it was a rom-com. But like truly, that is a book where you can adapt it. You can change a lot, but the heart of the story, well, if it's done right, could stay the same. You know, everyone I talk to about people, they're like, the more I think about people, the more I get pissed off. Every single person I talk to about people we meet on vacation says the same thing. I said, damn,
I haven't rewatched it.
Crazy. Neither have I. Kayla's like, couldn't be me.
I've watched it once. The day it came out. Yeah.
So you've seen it twice though. So that was a rewatch.
Yes, I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Kendra.
Yes.
What is your Rose and Thorn?
Okay.
Author?
So one of my favorite authors of all time is Miss Katie Cotugno. Love her. She's held me down for such a long time. My rose is that she's a very well-trained writer. Like, she went to school to be a writer, is a writer, knows how to deliver. You can give her, I think, any prompt and she will give you a story and it will like hit every beat. You might not like all the characters' decisions, but it will like meet the requirements. My thorn is
I think I know what your thorn is.
What do you think it is?
Can I say? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it her covers?
Well, that's one of them. So maybe I got two thorns.
Okay.
Her covers are, let's start with that. That wasn't my thorn originally. Her covers are butt ugly, but that's not her fault. That's her publisher's fault. Because you have Katie Cotugno on your roster and you're not like giving her like these gorgeous, spectacular covers. Her YA covers eat. I will say that. What was I forget her YA publisher. I think she's been under HarperCollins this whole time. But like her YA covers, oh my God, ahead of their time. 2010s, let's bring it back. Like I love them. Her adult covers, they hate her. They hate her. They want her to fail because they know that I bet you they're underpaying her so bad. So they know if they were to give
her to like blow up.
If they were to give her a good cover, oh my God, she'd be making Emily Henry numbers. Watch this space. The minute she gets a good cover, get out the way, okay? My thorn is that because Katie is such a well-trained writer, there are often times when I finish her books and I'm like, that's it. I can get that it's it. I accept the endings, but I do wish sometimes we could spend a little bit more time with these characters just to stretch it out quite a bit more. I think she's afraid to go
they're
over.
like a little too short.
See, sometimes
I've only read 2 books by her, and they were both very short.
Yes, because she wastes no time. She cuts off all the excess fat. She's like, here are all the important moments you need to see. And sometimes I just wish we got a little bit of, like, Katie gave me like 2 funny scenes where it's like a little bit longer, or just because, sometimes it gets to the end and I'm like, I want to spend so much more time with like these people. I'm specifically thinking with Heavy Hitter, like we could have had like at least 2 more shenanigans in that book. I love that book. I think that was like a 5-star read
2
for
more
me.
shenanigans.
Yeah, just like a little bit more, because I got to the end and I was like, damn. But she is very concise, and I think other authors could take notes from how concise she is. Because I honestly would rather be left wanting more than get too much and be like, ill.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, like damn, like oh my God. So I do appreciate that. But yeah, that is my rose and thorn for Miss Katie Cotugno.
Trying to think if there's like somebody similar where I think that like it's a book that I felt like could use a lot more, or an author that does that regularly, and I can't really.
Because like a lot more is not the right. It's just like, like I just would want like a little bit more. I'm really trying to think who that would be, because I think a lot of authors have the opposite problem, especially because we're getting a lot of KU authors becoming trad now. So it's like they need the page count. Katie's like, I've never needed a page count. I've never needed it. You want me to write 50,000 words? They're going to get it's 50,000 words. Yeah, let me.
Yeah. I don't think so. I can't think of anybody else.
Because her YA books are pretty, I think she does a really good job of it in YA, of like, I think her most recent YA books actually suffer from being a little too short. Liar's Beach and Hemlock House, those were a little too short. I think those could have been a lot longer. But her rest of her YAs are like chunky and they're nice. But I think because she understands like with teens that she can spend a lot more time on like, why am I feeling this way? Oh, this is new. Like I'm trying to work through this. Whereas like her adult characters are very like, they're so well written. They know themselves so well, even if they're like horrible people. So I like that. But yeah. She just came out with a kid's book. I need to read it. I'll probably go to Barnes and just read it in Barnes. I need to buy it.
Like, is it a picture book, or is it
it's
like for middle school? Oh, okay.
It's a picture book. It's called Penelope Positano something. It's a very cute cover. But that's a writer. You know, Ann Patchett has kids books.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Writer. That's how I know if you can write for a child and write for adults.
Right. Yeah.
Writer.
Okay. We have 2 more calls that we will do. So let's see what we got.
Hi guys, it's Ray, and the author I'm choosing for this is Sarah Adams, who's one of my favorite authors when it comes to just cute, like rom-com types of books. And I'm going to group her books into either my rose and my thorn. So my rose from her are her small town romances, like the entire Rome, Kentucky series. There's 4 books in that, each following a different sibling. And I really love those books. I think they're what I look for when it comes to small town romance. Very comforting and just lighthearted, but still with some good character depth. And then my thorn from her are her sports romances. I've read 2. I've read The Cheat Sheet and
I forgot
then
about the cheat
her
sheet.
most recent sports romance. I'm forgetting the name, but I believe it was
It's the rule book.
a marriage of convenience trope. And her sports romances just feel really different than her small town series. Like her sports romances to me come off a lot more cringy, and the characters just seem a lot more immature. So I'm not, maybe it's just because I'm biased and I love a small town romance, and a sports romance isn't really something that I actively seek out. But I feel like if I read a small town book from her and a sports romance book and I didn't know the author, I wouldn't know that it was from the same person because they just feel so different to me. But yeah, now that her small town series is over, I'm really curious to see what she does next. And I will be seated unless it's a sports romance, and then maybe I will have to stand back up. But I do still love her books, and they're just really fun reads. So yeah. Okay, bye.
I'm going to start saying that. I got to stand back up.
I gotta
I
stand
can't sit
back
down. I got to stand
So funny.
Okay, I think I've read all. Have I read all books in the Rome, Kentucky series? Maybe I've read 3.
Didn't one just come
I read
out?
2. Yeah. In Your
I've read
Dreams.
When in Rome, Practice Makes Perfect, Beg, Borrow, and Steal. But I don't. What is the third one? I'm gonna look it
The
up.
4th
Hold
one
on.
is In Your Dreams, which just came out.
Oh, In Your Dreams. Okay, then I haven't read the 4th one. I think my favorite one of those was Beg, Borrow, and Steal. I thought that one was really cute. It was
That one
about
is
2
cute.
teachers, and I thought it was
Mhm.
really cute. Yeah. And I have also read, I didn't read the cheat sheet, but I read the rule book, which was fine. So I can see what she's saying.
Do you agree
about
that it's
that.
cringy? Because I haven't read Sarah Adams
Yes.
because from what I've seen, she's very divisive. People like go feral or they're like, this is shit from a butt. So,
I've never heard somebody say that before.
You've never heard that?
Shit from a butt? No.
Anyway, yes, I would say the rule book is a lot cringier than Small Town. I just think that I don't mean this as this feels like it's about to be a backhanded compliment, but I feel like sometimes the cringiness lends itself better to a small town romance than it does a sports romance, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
like it feels
And
kind of
so-
hallmarky.
Yeah, her books
Yeah.
are very hallmarky, or they can be very hallmarky, but they're still really sweet, and like there's still emotional depth behind them in the Rome, Kentucky series. I felt like that was a little bit missing in the rule book, and that's probably why it just like it wasn't as good. So
I see the cheat sheet get torn up online.
Yeah.
all
Because,
the
okay,
time.
correct me if
People
I'm
hate
wrong.
that
Her
book.
books have no spice in them, right?
no, they're all
Is-
closed door.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
So that
Or-
was a big complaint when the cheat sheet came out. People
Actually,
were
I
like,
think
what
the
the
cheat
fuck?
sheet and the rule book are. I think that
Okay.
there's a little bit of spice
well,
in
there's
Rome,
it's a
Kentucky
when I say
series.
spice, it's like it is not very descriptive at all. I think
It
Beg,
doesn't
Borrow,
say
and
like
Steal from
cock and balls.
No, it
Okay.
doesn't. But Beg, Borrow, and Steal, if I actually remember right, I remember her talking about, or I remember seeing something like a post or something about how she was like, "This is one of the first spice scenes I've written," or maybe it was a different book. I can't recall.
Interesting.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think When in Rome had spice or anything like that. But yeah,
'Cause I
like it
can
was
get
implied.
behind
It
that
was
if
always
it's like
implied.
in tone. Because I think sometimes like
Mhm.
authors
Sure.
try a little bit too hard,
Of
and you're like,
course.
why are they fucking if they're like the most innocent? Like I don't
Why
need
is
to
he
see
saying
that.
take it like a good girl when
Yeah.
he's
Right,
never
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Like you knew that they had sex, but it was never like anything crazy, anything like that. So
Okay. Yeah, I've never been interested in reading a Sarah Adams book. I just look at them and I'm like, good for the people that like them, you know? Like, sorry, that also sounded like a backhanded. It wasn't meant to be. It's just like she never piqued my interest. But Ray,
Yeah.
for your sake, I hope that whatever she does next is either small town or something completely different that's not a sports romance. So you have something to look for. So you can sit back down.
I
there you go.
completely forgot that In Her Own in Your Dreams release. I totally forgot about that.
Mhm.
But it has a really high rating on Goodreads right now.
What is
Average
it?
rating 4.03, and like let me see. I'm trying to like see. Well, actually, I mean the rule book has a higher rating than I thought. It's got 3.88 average rating.
Whoa.
So she's got a lot of shooters, you know?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like people either like
Yeah.
really love her or they don't. So
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Let's listen to our last one.
Hello, everyone. This is Monica at Money's Bookshelf. And the rose I want to give to an author is Mariana Zapata. Love her down. I love the slow burn that she does. It just eats every time. Like, she's been one of my favorite authors for, like, years. However, a thorn I'm going to give her
I feel like I know what she's gonna say.
is the fact that she uses very interesting pet names sometimes.
Yep.
And Brandi had brought this up on the Patreon, like, I think last week or something. In All Roads Leads Here, which is, like, my favorite book of hers, she has him call her Buddy. Yeah, Buddy, as in, like, Buddy the Elf? He's so for real? Why? When the other nickname that he called her is Angel. Like, we could have just stuck with Angel.
Just stick with Angel.
Yeah. And then she has another book, hands down, where he calls her Kid. I'm sorry, like, is Kid in the room with us? Like, I just don't understand.
There were kids in the book.
So that is my little rose and also a thorn for her. I would give another one, like Rena Kent, a rose for her. I love a dark romance. She slays. She eats down. However, the thorn is that she loves having them say, like, you love being, like, just a hole for me, or my little whore, my slut. I'm not a degradation king type of girl, so it always throws me off. I'm like, damn, you gotta be saying all that. And she does it every time. So those are my roses for those two authors, and a thorn for both of them. Okay, bye.
So which one do we want to start with first?
I love Monica.
I mean, that I would agree entirely with the Mariana Zapata thing. I've always said that. When I first read All Roads Lead Here, I was like, why the fuck is he calling her buddy? I know that, and I remember somebody, like, seeing a Goodreads review, or maybe it wasn't a Goodreads review, I can't remember. Somebody somewhere, when I was first reading it, was like, well, it's because I don't care. I literally don't care. There's still no reason for him to be calling a grown woman buddy, a one that you're attracted to, supposedly. I just don't think. No.
Even in the epilogue, he's like, "You ready, buddy?" Ugh. And even in From Luke Off with Love, 5-star book. Every time I reread it, I've read that so many times. Meatball, I will slam my head into the counter.
And then Kendra, what about Colty, your fave?
Ugh. All the, like,
I forgot.
ethnic
My jaw just dropped.
nicknames. Yeah. Listen, Mariana obviously, like, needs to hit a word count, and so she is, like, specifically for the All Roads, I can agree. I don't think she needed 2 nicknames, but it didn't bother me as much as it bothers a lot of other people. It didn't bother me until it was bothering me until it was explained, and then I was like, okay, he's cute, he's corny, like, whatever. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but I'm not like, oh my God, you know? Yeah, I think she was just like, how many extra words can I add to this so that way people are carrying a Bible every time they're carrying one of my books? Colty ones, Colty shouldn't even exist. Like, if there should be one book of Mariana's that should be unpublished and that wiped from the... We want to talk about banning books? Sorry. That book. Every other book, get them unbanned. Get them unbanned. Colty, ban. Get him banned.
Ban him.
We don't do that.
Oh, ban him. Now I'm
I
pissed.
hate that book so... It actually, like, pisses me off so bad. And you know what I was thinking of actually just now? That Emily Bader, because we were just talking about her, she has a new movie coming out, the soccer movie with Mia Hamm.
Yeah.
Or about Mia Hamm, whatever. What if that movie does so well, because, you know, they keep optioning up all these books and they're like, Colty coming soon. You guys.
Oh my God, that's
you
so
will
funny.
not hear the end. Like,
You're going to be out there with a picket sign.
What if they get, like,
Stop
your
it.
favorite actors?
My favorite actors are black, honey. They're not gonna be an Elle Fanning. They're not gonna be in Elle Fanning. If it's Elle Fanning, then they got a different problem on their hands. It's gonna be like, what's the book that just got canceled? The movie that got a lot of shit for casting a white girl as a Hispanic character.
Deep Cuts.
Deep Cuts is gonna be a deep cut situation, and I don't. Elle's too smart to be caught up in that. End it. Get him banned. I hate that book. Anyways, Monica literally just made me laugh so much. So I didn't know that Rena Kent had characters saying "you're just a hole" to me.
She's obsessed with the degradation kink. She's obsessed. She's like, he's like, they're always just like, you're just like my little fuck toy. Like, yeah.
Do you think that's like a stigma though, around dark romance, that like the degradation has to be a part of it? I feel like every dark romance I've come across, like there is some form of degradation in it.
Yeah. And not I can't remember if every single one is like that. Maybe I should reread.
Yeah, I've not read a lot of dark romance. It's been a really
I'm
long
also
time
not
since
a
I've read any
degradation
kind of-
girly. Like Monica said, it always is like, oh, it's kind of a jump scare. It's a little scary.
That's so funny.
Well, they don't say that. They say you like being like it's like the girls have a degradation.
Being a whole.
Yeah. So it's not
like.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that she wrote a scene at the beginning of God of Malice that she had to cut when it got trad published? She had to rewrite it because it was too dark to get trad published.
Oh,
damn!
Wow, I did not know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's crazy.
Not them censoring.
Really.
It was bad. I was like, oh. It was bad. Anyways.
Really quickly, going back to the nickname thing, I just want to say also to any author listening out there, which isn't probably many, I would hope not, but you don't always need a nickname for your, like, your love interest. You really don't. It doesn't have to be a thing. It really doesn't. It depends. But you don't need a nickname.
Or if you do, what's wrong with the classic babe? Baby. Underrated. Doesn't have to be firecracker.
Right. We don't have to try and come up with something super unique. It doesn't have to be something with her hair color, like red firecracker.
I knew that was coming.
Because that's all they do. Even though that red is a nickname, it doesn't matter. You don't have to do it. You really don't.
Get them banned.
Or get them banned.
Get them banned. Get them banned.
Kitten.
I like
kill yourself.
Kitten.
Kayla.
I do like when they shorten their names, where it's just like
okay,
V.
sure.
Because I was trying to think of like
that.
what is it in The Wall of Winnipeg? Doesn't he just call her V, like Vanessa?
It's something like that.
Cute.
Yeah, that is cute. It feels very intentional. It's still their name. Oh, nicknames.
Yeah. Oh, nicknames.
Yeah.
Silly little buggers.
So I have a very trusted source that wanted to share Rose and Thorn, but they didn't want to call in.
I forgot.
And their Rose and Thorn was about Kennedy Ryan. Again, trusted source. This was not my Rose and Thorn. They just didn't want to be revealed, and they thought if we heard their voice, we'd know who they were. So their rose is that they love Kennedy Ryan, like love her work, love everything that she does. Yeah, like Kennedy Ryan as a whole, great. Their thorn, though, and I did not know this until they told me this, is that if you are on Threads, you will see that Kennedy Ryan is very active in the heated rivalry fandom, and it cringes this person out. And then when I went to go investigate and I saw like
on
Kennedy's
her
interaction,
Twitter.
on her author Twitter, I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
she'll like argue with people on her author threads about like
I didn't know that
Hudson and Connor.
But I do remember a couple of weeks ago, I remember seeing on Threads that she was so excited because Hudson Williams got a Threads account and he was her first reply. So she was like freaking out that Hudson Williams
like
was her first
I am all for being a fangirl. I love being a fangirl. I think it's just because it's heated rivalry that in like this fandom is like a little rotten now because they were spoiled so much. It's a little cringy, and it's like we've talked about this, if not on here then on the Patreon at least, about how like it's just cringe having women specifically like be this obsessed with like two gay characters and then transfer that love to two men who we don't really know. I mean, we can assume their sexualities, but that's not right to assume. So it's, I don't know, it's a little weird. I don't like it.
Yeah. And I mean, to be clear, we're obviously not saying that you can't like heated rivalry. Like,
Yeah, you
we
can
love
be a
heated
fan.
rivalry.
Absolutely.
Of course, we liked heated rivalry a lot. We had a whole Patreon episode about it. Like, we watched the Big Ol' Freak edit together. Like,
yeah.
we did, like, that was fun. Like, it's a fun time. It's just right now the fandom is turning into something a little bit much, and that happens pretty regularly with a lot of fandoms, unfortunately. And so just to kind of see
fandom right now, oh my god,
fandom, to see like somebody on their professional account,
that's the part that's
use it in that way.
Like, why not
make
a
little
personal
account, and like then like you can fangirl all you want, because now it's like if I'm typing in Kennedy Ryan and I'm a new reader and I'm like, why is she like up these guys' asses, you know? Because it would be one thing if she was just interacting with like character specific things, like what are the guys, I forget get their names, Shane and Ela. Like if it was like only stuff about the characters, I'm like, okay, whatever. But like stuff with the actors themselves, it is a little cringy. And I would have this smoke for anyone. Like if Brandi and Kayla were up I would be like, guys, let's time out.
That's
Team
when
huddle
she'd say
right
we're
now.
too old. That's when she'd bring in our ages and say we're really old.
No, because I think you can be a fangirl at any age.
Of course.
But when you are a woman thirsting over two men because you got to see them have fake sex on TV, I think that, you know, you need to walk it back. Oh my god, also, speaking of heated rivalry, the new season of Shore Z dropped last month. It's a Canadian hockey show done by the same guy that did, or he would help out, Jacob, what's his name? Tierney. Who's Jacob? Oh, Jacob Tremblay is that little kid actor that used to be in everything. You remember him?
Oh,
yeah. Jacob Tierney, though, he worked on Shoresy, and they used that one song in an episode of Shoresy this season. And I was like, oh my god, that must be like a fun little like callback. And I think Jacob Tierney's in an episode this season. I haven't finished. I have one episode left, but if you need a good romance hockey show, well, it's not a romance hockey show. There is a romance in it, but it's just very silly, fun, goofy, stupid humor, and it's really good. I like it a lot.
Do they actually
and the
skate
music
in
is
that
good
one?
Yes. Oh my god, like they skate and they fight, like because they're like a senior league hockey team in Canada. So these guys love to fight. Like that's actually a big point of the show. But yeah, they actually like skate. You see the games, like that's actually a big part of it. So it's really funny and like stupid bro humor, but like done, I think, really tastefully. So there you go.
Nice.
Love.
And he forgot the song they used. It was like dun 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 dun. Yeah, it was that song they used. Yeah, and I was like, oh my god. Canada.
I'll believe anything. That's what it's called. I don't remember who it's by though.
Okay, yeah, they use that song. Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right. Those were our roses and thorns for some of our favorite authors. Thank you guys so much for calling in. If you did, we will have more call-in episodes in the future for different topics.
We love this. We love hearing from you guys.
Yeah,
yes.
we do.
Patreon always gets first dibs on call-in episodes. So if you would like to be in a future episode and you want a guaranteed spot, because we can't get to all of them all the time, we do have our Yacht Police with us. She keeps us on a very tight schedule. It's a compliment. Complimentary. You should join the Patreon, because in there you get guarantee. Oh my god, I'm getting the call from the vet that Julian's ready. So, but yeah, join our Patreon. We're doing lots of fun things. Our No Matter What episode for March Book Club is up now. If you want to talk about that book with us, we just wax poetic about Care Best on this episode. Our Shadowhunters read along is going along. Our Mortal Instruments episode, part 1, so the first 3 books in the series, that should also be going up on the Patreon soon. And we also just like love to fucking chat, guys. So many things are coming out this year off campus. Reminders of Him just dropped a few weeks ago. We all saw it. Anything you want to talk about in the bookish world doesn't always have to be books, but if you want to talk to us more and talk to our other listeners more, you should join the Patreon, because we are always having a blast over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a really fun space.
We will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.